Oh boy. We doing this? My name is HEIDILAVON and this is my tattoo tour. "20 years. I've been getting tattooed for 20 years. So I guess it makes sense that I'm making this now instead of last year or the day before, because this is like 2 decades of getting tattooed, which is blowing my mind. My second most asked question is, what kind of tattoos do you have? How do you choose your tattoos? And it's plain and simple. I think for me, as I've been gathering them for this long, most of my tattoos actually remind me of my childhood and or movies. So movies and my childhood. I had a really great childhood growing up, and I'm a movie person. It's that simple. Not all of your tattoos have to have some crazy dramatic meaning to them, although I do have a few of them that mean a lot, or they represent something that's like been a crucial time in my life or a painful time in my life, and we'll go through those. Because we just love to relive trauma, right? At this point, it looks like I have clothing on. That's how many tattoos I have. That's how much coverage I'm working with. I have close to, I feel like, a full suit, at least on certain areas. I'm very tattooed from the front. And I am tattooed from the back as well, but I have more coverage on my front. I feel like the more tattoos I've gotten on my front, I've just kind of gone with that. But I am working my way up, around, and then to the back, and then of course to finish leg sleeves. I do have both of my armpits done. I've got it all the way down to my groin. I have my foot, I have some toes. I'm shockingly enough though, I don't have my knuckles done. That one is a real shocker for me. I know what I want, I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, my very first tattoo was on my 18th birthday, the first legal day I could get tattooed. That's exactly what I did. I knew that's exactly what I wanted, and that's what I did. So my mom wasn't real thrilled about me getting tattooed, but she said, you're gonna be 18, obviously you're gonna be an adult, I can't control you. So as long as you are paying for it on your own, go for it. So I did actually, and I was irresponsible because after I got my very first tattoo, which was on my chest, by the way, I lost my wallet. I don't know what happened to my wallet, so my mom actually had to drive down to the tattoo shop and pay for the tattoo, and she was not very happy about that. So that is my first tattoo story actually. Not all of your tattoos have to have some crazy deep meaning. If you think something looks cool, you could just get the tattoo of that. I have a few that do have some deep meaning for me, and we'll go over that of course, but I feel like we should probably start from the bottom and go up, or we can go from the top to bottom. Let's go top to bottom. Let's go top to bottom. Top to bottom, let's start with my face. Let's go for the face. I love facial tattoos. I got my very first facial tattoo, I think when I was like 22. I was at a tattoo convention and I got it over my right eyebrow. Script above the eyebrow was really, really popular 10 to 15 years ago. I do see people having it done, but I feel like in my generation during that time, I saw it a lot more. You would see it a lot more. I love facial tattoos. However, I just don't really like the script font. So I've actually been removing this facial tattoo that I have over my eyebrow for the last year. I don't know if I'll have it done or replace it with something, or I just won't get my face tattooed at all. Moving on to my eyebrows. I have my eyebrows microbladed. I just had them redone, and I also went through removing my old microbladed eyebrows for the last year. So I had no eyebrows. I had no real eyebrows for the last year. Maybe I will try and find a photo of it. And I was using temporary eyebrow tattoos over my eyebrows, which they're really great if you have alopecia, or if you are also removing your eyebrows, or if you don't even like wearing eyebrows. I would highly, highly recommend false fake eyebrow tattoos, because they do look pretty good. You have like all the like little hair strokes on them. Moving to the side of, I think it's behind my right ear. I've got a tattoo behind my right ear. I have my entire throat done. But I have some areas I want to do, like right here on my jawline, just kind of on both sides I would like to do. I've got an hourglass. I can't remember if the rose is over here or if it's over here, but I've just got like a soft lined or no lined blue rose tattoo. And then I've got a heart and locket. I've got a hourglass on the center of my throat. Moving down to my entire chest, I have Falcor from The Neverending Story on my chest, which again was one of my favorite movies growing up. It still is one of my favorite movies till this day. And across my chest, I have script that says blessing in disguise. You can figure out what you think that means to you. To my left sleeve, I have an ocean sleeve. This was one of the first areas that I started to get tattooed, which is my left arm. I'm not a beach girl. I'm not a beach girly. I do think that aquatic tattoos look really cool though. It's kind of like a fear thing. I'm actually afraid of the ocean. So yeah, I don't know. And over on the right arm, I have a sleeve that's like mostly dedicated to Alaska, because if you didn't know, I'm from Alaska. I grew up in the coldest city in the US, Fairbanks, Alaska. It's freezing. So we've got flowers, we've got an Alaskan rodent, they're called pikas. I have like a wolf head lady, I've got a crow, I've got Alaskan flowers, I have an eagle, and I think I have a salmon. Yeah, I got like a salmon back here. Salmon. Let's move to my armpits. I really feel very tattooed, more than ever, I think, because my armpits are done. I feel like these are one of my favorite areas that I got tattooed, simply because, ladies, if you don't like to shave all the time, or if you get razor burn or stubble, you can't see it at all. On my left armpit, we have like a geometric design. On my right, we've got some flowers. Moving down to underneath my breasts, we have a moth, just a simple moth, nothing crazy about it. It kind of fit. And on my right hip, I've got a Japanese fan. On my left hip, I have a geisha with another fan holding a parrot. Not surprising because I have so many. I have my whole entire front tattooed. Behind these tattoos, a bunch of geometric design work by my girl Sarah. She's amazing. I will tag all the artists in this video, of course, or as many as I can remember, because there's quite a few people who worked on this body. Moving down to the left leg, we have a lady face. We've got a beetle, and then we have another lady face. Again, if you grew up in my generation, you know that lady faces, they were just popular. That's just what a lot of people got tattooed. They're timeless, they're pretty. Who doesn't like a lady face? On my outer left leg, we have Chucky. We have Tiffany, we have a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. Then we have like, just like some traditional, I think it's just like, it's a bird, not surprising. Right leg, we have another, surprise, surprise, we have another lady face. Lots of lady faces. Then we have a Black Panther over here. We chose a Black Panther on this area because one of my very first tattoos was this horrendous Jason Voorhees mask, and it was just like outlined, and it was not cute. It was really bad. It was like imposter Jason, and we had to cover it immediately, but we had to choose something that was kind of like dark, lots of pigment. So we did just like a traditional panther head. And then we've got a unicorn. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. We have a piece of pie down here. It says humble pie. We have an American traditional eagle. I have a lot of American traditional tattoo style on me. On my right calf, we have a Black Templar, or we've got Warhammer 40K artwork. On my right foot, we have Pino, one of my most beloved birds ever. He is my problem child, and he is the main character. So we got Pino on my right foot. I don't have my left foot done yet. I know. I have a Jesus fish tattoo. Two of my other sisters have that on their same toe, on the same foot. Moving to my hands, we have an Eskimo, which ties in with my Alaskan sleeve. We have Poseidon on my left hand. He has like a little trident tattoo. Again, I don't have my knuckles tattooed. Very shocking, very, very shocking. But I do have one ring to rule them all tattooed on the inside of my fingers. Moving to my right cheek, we have a giant jellyfish tattooed on my right cheek. And then behind my calf, behind my calf, oh my gosh. On my right calf, we have a Medusa. I don't have this Medusa tattooed for any other reason other than I just really like Greek mythology. There's no sad story for me personally that I'm tied to behind this Medusa tattoo, because there's a lot of videos of mine that pop up, and when people are like, oh, she's got a Medusa tattoo, there's nothing sad tied to this. I thought it was cool, I liked it, so I got it. It's not that deep for me. Also, one of my most asked questions, which tattoo hurt the most? The back of my neck, easily. The whole back of my neck. Everybody's a little different, but the whole back of my neck was absolutely atrocious. I didn't use numbing. Most of my tattoos, I haven't used any numbing for, or numbing to them. Because if you didn't know, you can use numbing on your tattoos or your skin before you get tattooed. You can use numbing before the skin breaks, and you can use numbing after the skin breaks as well. If you have any questions on that, I'll go over that in a separate video. But the whole back of my neck, I have a giant raven tattooed. And then on my back, like I said, I have a giant pirate ship. And then, wouldn't you know, I have got another lady face over my left shoulder blade. What do I have, like 4 or 5 lady faces now? Over my right shoulder blade, I was in a relationship with somebody and they passed away, and I got them tattooed on me. I feel like that's one of the only times it's okay to get a tattoo of somebody's name or face or anything like that, because it is a memorial tattoo. So that's what I have on my right shoulder. And then I do in fact have like a tramp stamp. I've got like a little bow, my lower back. It's a cute little bow, like a present. I think it's very darling, very cute. I feel like that might be it. Let me look in the mirror and double check. And the very last tattoo I have is a bow on my thumb. Like I said, it doesn't have to be that deep. Okay, I think that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll try and answer as many as I can. Thank you, bye.